Everyone, we're the Bearded Bastards with the Villains Demand. Continuing on session 28 of our D&D 5th edition game, The Ancient Reborn, here from Q's Comics. I'm your DM, JVD.
Hey guys, I am Evan the Great from the Villains Demand, also part of the Bearded Bastards D&D crew here, playing the Elven Bards, Paladin Luda Silverstring. Also follow our worship, Bahamut, and I'm a Harper agent, and we are back in the Tomb of the Allfather. Or not tomb, but whatever. Bill.
I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villains Demand. I'm playing Vesper Nord, the Moon Elf Rogue / Warlock.
I am Smiley with the Villains Demand, playing Order to Whitehammer, supposed speaker of the Greenfields Company.
Apparently so, appointed speaker.
This is supposed, but he...
Bearded Wonder, give me the recap.
So we went and we had talked to the Princess of the Storm Giants, and her advisors were being kind of dicks to us, and they said they couldn't trust me, and they put me in chains and put me in a jail cell.
Cool, I like how yours was just about through your eyes. That's good, I like that. That's how it should be. So, it's still the 25th of Hammer. A lot has happened this day. You've had a meeting with Brunor at the Lord's Alliance, and then you met Harshnag. You've had this. It's all within days. The day's starting to get a little late. Excuse me, it hurt. Clear is good. So you're going to take Princess Serissa to the Temple of the Allfather. Speak with your oracle. You guys go down. You come to this prison, and all it is water. And she takes her hand and makes this motion downwards, and all the water lowers. And then just in this bubble around it, you start to see where the water dissipates around it, and there's Vesper sitting. She's very angry.
I've been talking to Cloth the whole time.
He's not answered.
I don't know if he can hear me.
Huh?
I don't know if he can hear me.
There's no answer. You don't get an answer.
Don't say something out loud you don't want.
Okay, quick question, what would you ask him?
I'll just tell him I'll get him as many masks as I can.
Roll me a persuasion. This is how this works.
18.
You don't feel his presence or anything as you're talking to him. So, but there you see her stewing angrily as this water lowers around her, and she kind of gently gets put to the ground by the water.
Lady, okay, good.
I'm not talking to anybody.
Coco?
Just sitting there, cross-legged, hands in front of me.
Do you want to shoot a zip?
She's not talking to anybody right now.
Princess Serissa, she tells you, Lady Vesper, I'm very sorry. I understand your anger, but you have to understand my situation.
I show you nothing but respect, and this is how I'm treated.
She was like, you have to understand my situation. I do not casually walk streets of towns like you and your friends do. I am royalty. I have to protect myself above all other things. She's like, you spoke of family. My family is gone. My mother, my father. Thought you understood such things. I have to protect myself from what happened to them.
Yes, and I would have helped you avenge your mother's death, and I would have helped you find your father.
And I'm here to apologize. And she kind of bows to you. Please forgive me, for I need your aid.
Essentially a giant queen.
She's like, I just hope that you can understand and accept my forgiveness.
I'm just like outside with, you can have one more back.
Yeah, Harshnag's there with your. They've got your weapons and everything.
So I only took this way, so use all the statue stuffs.
Or just to the overhead.
I'll stand up and bow back and say I understand.
And she takes your tiny sword to her from Orid, and she hands it to you. Please accept my apologies.
Oh, my hands are still down.
No, you're free.
Oh.
In this bubble, you're just free to do whatever.
Oh.
You're just in a bubble that holds you. You aren't bound anymore.
Yeah, I'll take my sword and strap it back on.
She says, I can only ask that you will please accompany to the temple of the Allfather, like Greenfields Company has agreed to.
Wherever they go, I go.
She says, then it is set. Please follow me to the teleportation circle. And she takes you back to the room, or the room is on the floor that says storm, that you can read over. She says, I have never teleported from here before. Me and my mother have always traveled the ocean to the mainland. She says, scared.
It's not bad. He gets sick a few times, but teleportation's pretty fun for the most part.
Unless Harshnag throws up.
Harshnag looks at you and he says, it's not the teleportation that scares her. She has never left here without the protection of her kind.
Oh, if you wish, we could bring some of them.
She says, no, if I'm to rule and become queen, then I need to learn to stand on my own two feet. My mother always impressed upon me to trust those not of my kind.
I'll pull out a coin. It's a bit small for you. But if you're in a sticky spot, use this.
And she just kind of picks it up between her forefinger and thumb. I mean, it's real small to her.
It's has magic in it. It'll help protect you.
And she kind of puts it in a pouch.
It has sanctuary in it.
She's like, very well. Are we ready?
Hey.
Do I sense, I know she's probably good, but what do I sense on her?
She's very kind-hearted. But you can tell there's a lot of weight on her shoulders for being so young.
I know if she dies, this is done, right?
Well, she's asked you guys to protect her.
Okay.
That's why I gave her a coin.
I've seen you do this before.
So,
I'm taking Torgar's heart off. And I'm going to give it to her. If you ever get wounded, this will heal you.
Okay. And she looks at you and she smiles and she says,
I don't know how she's going to put that on, actually.
no, when you hand it to her, it grows.
Yeah, okay.
And she says, it's very kind of you. She says, but you don't have to do such a thing. You gave me your word, you protect me. You don't have to give this up to me.
I will protect you with all my life.
She says, thank you. And she kind of bows and she puts it around her neck. And you see the chain hang from her neck and you see the heart kind of meld into her chest.
A lot.
And she says, please step inside the portal.
I step in.
I step in.
I step out. I'm joking.
She says a couple words, electricity arcs around all of this, and with a rain of water, you disappear. By roll me Constitution save.
Come on, get away from Harshnag.
16.
No, yep. That ain't happening. That's 7.
What do you got? Vesper, Rustia?
Where Roosty got a 20, and I got a 9.
Alright, so if you made both 15, you're alright.
Yeah.
You're gaining your feet. See Harshnag kind of standing firm. You who didn't make it, you go back to puking, and she kind of giggles. Are you not used to teleporting?
No, I did it twice.
This is like a
Third time, yeah.
That's sort of the fun in my opinion.
Standing in front of you, you're in the hallway that leads to the doors of the temple. You've been here before. You fought some barbarians in the White Worm here.
Yeah.
And Harshnag kind of looks around. And he's,
Memories, my friend.
good times.
Very good times.
He says, come, princess. Speak to the oracle. And he leads the way.
As we walk in, I'll go, over there's a statue of a stone giant that if you walk too far, you get hit with a boulder.
You're not in there yet.
Oh.
You're in the hallway to there. Where you have to fight at. The doors are in front
Okay,
of you.
I got you. I thought we were walking.
No, he's like leading the way to the door. You're not there yet.
I thought we were walking through the door.
No, you're on your way there. And he goes, and with a great heave, he pushes the doors open. Before you, you see the 80-foot tall cloaked statue of Anam is back to you. and all 6 of the giant gods on knees offering their weapons.
Oh, Neil, I respect.
And Harshnag does the same thing, and she takes a knee in front of, actually paperwork's covering up over there. Right there, she goes
Almost.
she goes over there if you'd like to move her. And she takes a knee and she gives a silent prayer. And then she moves to Anon. She gives a silent prayer. That is the only person that Harshnag offers reverence to is Anon.
I'm assuming Theorem and him don't get along.
And then she kind of turns around and she takes a deep breath and she turns, and before her is the mist of the portal. And around it glow the runes of the giant gods, and you can read them all. Hill, storm, fire, ice, wind, stone, you read them all. And she says, how does this work?
No, that's the front.
She asked you how it worked.
No, she's just asking aloud, how does this work? Because she's just standing in awe of this thing.
When we were here, we had to place the axe of Theorem against the ice room.
She kind of looks and she,
The axe was missing.
but it is there now.
I don't realize any of them are missing.
And all the weapons are here. And she looks like she understands, and she goes, takes the great sword, and she says, now what?
Place it upon the storm room.
And she goes and she hesitates. She kind of smiles. She says, Lady Vesper, is down there where you were eating?
Aye.
Yes.
Oh, that's where they're.
She said, Harshnag told me of what had happened to you and how they thought you had perished.
I teleported on top of the bloody thing.
She says, when I imprisoned you, I thought of that moment and thought, surely this is nothing to her if she can handle that.
It's just an insult to my pride.
Something happening a lot to you. And maybe it's that hot-headed temper, you've got.
To be fair, she is also a teenager, technically. So.
She goes and she takes the great sword and she goes to touch the storm room and she stops. She says, am I to do this alone?
I'll step up beside her. I don't know if will be better with me there or not, since I've walked in once, but I'll be at your side.
Okay. And then she says, it's all right. Everybody else going with her? I don't have a room for the portal because there's nothing of danger in that room, so.
But there is in here.
No, there is in the other rooms. I don't know if you plan on going back.
I guess we'll all go.
Okay, so you can tell she's very nervous as she takes the sword. She touches the storm room. And then you hear the electricity. You hear the thunder and the wind and the rain, much like you did before, and the fog starts to spread out. And through the storm, you can see inside. And there, in the darkness, lie the statues. I looked it up like they were before. And she looks at you guys and she nods her head, she steps in. And as soon as she does, they all light up. And you follow her?
Yeah.
And she kind of looks around, and covered in frost is a body.
Again?
Obviously.
I was like, my God, this place is tumultuous.
She says, she kind of looks around and she has a sword in her hand. She says, what now?
You ask your questions.
Speak. You listen.
And then she kind of looks around, she looks at Harshnag, and he kind of nods his approval. And she says, Oracle, how can I restore the ordning? All the giants who have been here have had their own way told. You hear the thunder boom and roar again. You hear the voice you've not heard in a long time. It says, "You cannot. Your family has felled the storm giants of this world. They may not sit atop the ordning. It will take others of your kind." And you can just see her heart drop, and she just kind of hangs her head, and she starts to cry.
Ord will place his hand on her.
Like what? Like on her knee?
Yeah, except I don't think I can reach her near her shin.
Harshnag, he kind of puts her hand on her shoulder. He's like, "It's all right." He's like, "We'll find a way around this." He said, "Ask your other questions." And he points to her to one of the to one of the torches that have been snuffed. And she kind of takes a deep breath and she kind of wipes the tears around her eyes. And she says, "Where is my father, King Hekaton?" Thunder booms again, and the loud voice is very loud. It says, "Unknown, we cannot sense your father." And then you just tell she's very worried. And then she just kind of looks around at you guys.
May I ask 2 questions, my princess?
I think you're only allowed, what, 5?
You're allowed 6, and that's 2.
Yeah.
She looks at you. She's like, "I do not know." She's like, "For most of Giantkind, all the lords have said they must ask questions and find their own way to restore the ordning." She says, "I have to find out what's going on in Maelstrom." She says, "What are your questions?"
If you were to find Hekaton, would you be able to restore the ordning?
She's like, "But you just heard the Oracle tell me that I cannot."
I know that I know who found him.
Why don't you
Jafna.
Why don't you ask who in your court is the traitor? You obviously have a traitor amongst your midst.
That's a good question.
It'd be an excellent question to ask.
But Jafnar is a friend of mine. He's a stone giant. His last message to me was that he found Hekaton, and then he was cut off by the roar of a dragon.
When you say this to her, she looks shocked. She tells you, "Jafnar was a true friend of the court."
He was a true friend of me as well.
And you can tell she's just heartbroken to hear this.
But if we can ask, where was Jafnar's last location known to the Oracle?
And then all of a sudden, when she cried over the first question, she begins to sob deeply. And she tells you, "I and Jafnar were to be wed."
My dearest sympathies, my lady.
And she drops this great sword, and she hits her knees, and she starts to cry.
I wish I had spell calm emotions.
Vesper, you had mentioned she needed to ask.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get her to do that, you're going to have to roll persuasion. She's very emotional and torn. I mean, everything's against her right now since she's gotten here.
Yeah, I'll go up to her, and you said that she fell to her knees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her that
She lost her Rustia.
that I felt the exact same way when I watched Rustia die, and I had no way to help her. But we have to keep fighting. We have to maybe even find a way to save them.
All right, roll me a persuasion.
The pain never leaves. We can only dull it with time. Addiction.
Oh,
Of all people. That's
47.
Oh, you turned a hard into moderate by your conversation that you just had. So, yeah, you beat a 15. And she looks at you, and she nods her head, and she said, "You're right." She's like, "Family." And she grabs the sword. She asks the Oracle, Who is a traitor in the court of Maelstrom? And the thunder rolls again.
It's your uncle. It's always the uncle.
What always is? Shakespeare, man.
And the oracle says, your sisters,
Oh.
they covet the throne. They seek your demise. And she cries,
They didn't.
but it's not sorrow, it's anger.
May I ask to acknowledge last location?
She says, no. She asks the oracle, who else is with them? Name my assassins. The thunder rolls again. And the oracle tells her, a greater evil than they. Imrith corrupts Maelstrom.
Oh, I wrote that bitch's name down.
And you can tell now she's very angry.
Somehow that makes sense because how mad she got whenever she had his own truth on me.
Are you really want to ask this question? Because I do have a question to ask.
What she needs to ask. I would
Well-
think that she would need to ask about her mother.
That's good. But I thank you for replying about it. But my thing is though, it will give us a proximity of where Hecton would be.
How many questions does she have left?
2.
Not necessarily because he could have been killed. Because he was on your way. Remember?
Yeah,
He was on his way to find you guys.
Oh.
He made
Remember, he was going to meet up with you guys, and then.
Well, the last message was I found Hickerton and blah.
Yeah, but he was on his way to meet you guys. Remember?
But if
You were going to
we
Iron
find out-
Slag.
If we find out who killed her mother, that will free up, that's what the biggest thing was. They're saying we could be the assassins. That makes it, we're not assassins.
We could ask where he was before he turned to meet us. But that is.
Well, see, I think if we ask who murdered her mother,
It frees us
then
up.
it could give us a lead to where Hickerton is.
So.
We can also ask.
How many questions she has left? 2?
She's got
I think.
2.
2 questions left. I think she needs to ask about her mother's,
That's
Killers.
100%.
and then
Let's see what she wants to ask first. But those are amazing questions. We also want to ask where the cult of the dragon is. Like, where is the masks?
Would you do that?
I don't think
You've had all this thing about everybody want, but never give, and now you're like, hey, I just need this question.
No, I just thought of that question.
So,
It's about her. It's what she needs.
I think she should. I'll tell her that I think she should ask about her mother's murder, who did it, because it could give clues to where the king is.
And it also could set up our next question.
no, actually, what you're going to ask actually sets up the question I was going to ask, the 5th question. So that's actually really good.
She could also ask who with the C
So,
at the top of the order.
You ask, and she says, Oracle, who murdered my mom upon the Red Rocks? She says, you already know the answer. They're here. And she turns around and she looks at every one of you. And then she looks up at the portal. And you see her grimace, and she runs that way.
What was the 6th question you needed to ask? Because I'd ask
Harshnag is trying to stop her, and he runs after her.
I go, I'm
He's
not
yelling,
the right person.
Princess, no!
I immediately take off with her.
Yeah, I gotta run with her.
But you're the one with like a head on your shoulders.
Okay, who's running with them? With her?
Why is she running?
I said I protect her in my life.
They're here. The people that killed her mother is here.
They're gonna try to kill her.
Gotcha. I mean, I figured that.
Yeah.
But why is she running that way?
Okay, because she's running out of portal.
Yeah.
Spin everybody around, let's go. Put everybody out there. She's first. Harshnag's behind her.
Are you coming or are you asking a question?
I might ask a question.
Go to the cloth question.
Oh my God.
It fits what he's doing right now.
Or Lucy is with you.
Okay, so Vesper and Arvustia, Roll me a d6. High or Bustier leaves.
2.
She stays with you. Move yourselves off the map. She runs outside, and you guys follow her. Harshnag's like, Princess, don't go. And when she gets outside the portal, you see her raise this sword up like she's about to fight.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And outside the doors, coming through, is Emrith.
Oh, my Lord.
And she says, she smiles, she says, well, I see this game is up.
She's a big one.
Oh yeah, she's big.
Big sexy.
She says, it means not. I had plans to remove you from the throne, and then let your sisters kind of battle over who was going to take it. She said, and then I would be left alone to take it for myself. Vesper, roll me a perception. Sight.
Ooh, that's really good. Here's my perception. 28.
I don't know
Okay.
what she's gonna ask.
As they're running out and you go to like look at the last post to see that there's one question left, and it's a storm giant and its lanterns lit, you kind of see out of the corner of your eye a storm giant walk through the doors into the temple, and you see everybody look like they're about to go to war. She's like, I guess there is no chance to have you guys side with me and take the throne of Maelstrom. She says, come now, Orid, good dwarf. Would you not like to claim the ancient relic of your kin?
I told you once, I'll tell you again. Go shot yourself.
And as she does, she begins walking, and she's behind the statue of Anam. You cannot see her. Roll initiative.
And then we
Well, we already got initiative established. So,
I'll re-roll my low one for you.
oddly enough, Vesper has the initiative, and she is inside.
You guys just still going.
And you're seeing like Ord get out his
Is she
thunder
like up
cannon.
here or back
No,
here?
she's like behind it, like you can't
Like
see
right
her.
here.
That statue's huge.
No, I was asking
Yeah.
to walked up.
No, like you cannot, you do not
She's
have
like
a
this.
line of sight. She's behind the statue.
Well, I know. I was just
No, that's fine where
if
she's
she
at.
was-
That's
if I
right.
should just go like this.
No,
Big
she's behind the
moment.
statue. No, she's not
Help your
invisible.
friends.
She's
or you
like
ask the
walking around
question
it.
for call, 'cause I know that's what you're gonna do.
But yeah, you guys can't see her because she's stepped behind the statue.
Technically asking to run in.
That'd be awesome. Is that actually her?
Yes, that's actually
Yeah,
Earth.
that's cool as shit.
I wanna.
That's fucking awesome.
Paid like $30 for that motherfucker.
Oh fucking A.
Yeah.
It looks.
Hey, Harshnag's like $50. So you just have to settle for that for Harshnag because he looks cool.
I'm good with this.
I thought he was frosting all the time.
Harshnag looks angry. He's like he's about to chop somebody up. Okay, Vesper, you see this going on, and you remember everything that she said to you, and yet you're left with this one question.
I want to say Oracle. Is Orbustia's life tied to my deal with cloth?
The storm rolls, and he says, yes, for if you die, she dies as well. It is Harshnag's initiative. He is going to reserve his turn, and he stands in front of her.
You know, give me 2 levels like that.
So, hey, push Harshnag in front of Princess.
Gladly.
And he's kind of like looking side to side, trying to wait for her to come around.
Yeah.
I remember I used to cast haste on Harshnag. He's supposed to get over it. I know haste. I think she's a lot more badass than
Who's a lot more badass than she is?
he is. I said she's probably a lot more badass than Harshnag is.
Who? Emrys?
Yeah,
What makes you think that?
because she's bigger than him.
She's got lightning all
And
around
she got
her.
lightning around her. And she came here.
You don't see anything,
herself.
but everybody centered around. I can't see on the other side. Actually, or you'll be the only person that takes this besides the princess and Harshnag. Roll me a dexterity save.
That sucks, man. At least it went on 1. Almost a crit fail.
What do you got?
I got 8.
You take 14 cold damage and 8 bludgeoning damage, as do the other ones.
I got spell.
Go back higher.
She's gonna take.
Ice.
Go back higher. Go
Yeah.
back higher.
As the winds blow through this door and chunks of hell begin to pelt both of the giants and you. Harshnag is doing his best to try to shield the princess as she's getting pelted. You automatically can tell that she has never been in a fight in her life. Orvustia. It's her turn. You can hear, she's like, come now. She's like, are you scared, Greenfields Company? You can hear her voice echo through this entire temple. Of course you can't, you guys are in the oracle room, you can't hear nothing.
Right.
It's dark. Only thing lighting this place up is the portal.
I guess she'll run out of the room.
Yeah, 10 seconds, come on. This is a big fight.
Can she get? She can't see around the statue.
No, no one can. Not from that angle.
All right. There's not a whole lot she can do. She can't see.
Come on.
I guess she'll. Can she action? Can you action surge to get closer?
Yeah.
It's another action, yeah.
You can use dash for action surge. And I think you can use an extra bonus action.
Yeah, she'll. Simpson has 1 action surge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't get less like level 17.
And yeah, I assume that's the end of her turn, right?
Yeah, she can, she needs to roll me a wisdom saving throw as she comes around the corner.
It's not good, it is. 19.
Orvustia runs as far away as possible as she can with her movement. You guys see her run and she stops as she stares upon Imarith, and she goes as far as she can to get away from her.
So she'll move back.
The best way to escape would be the portal. That's where she runs.
Yeah.
She runs right back to you, and she's like, "Don't go in there! Don't go in there!"
Is there going to be a blue dragon mini dropping?
As she does, Harshnag looks at her, and he goes running around the corner, and he stops in his tracks.
Oh, another gift.
And coming around the corner, you see Imarith. She begins to laugh, and her body starts to distort and whatnot, and she turns into this large blue dragon.
That's the fucking badass Pathfinder.
Not a
I
storm
love
giant.
the
It's a
dragon.
fucking dragon.
Orin.
He's like, fuck that shit.
I'm assuming I saw that.
Not from your angle, you can't see her.
Wait a minute.
You just see you see her Vuste run, and you see Harshnag just kind of hold up all of a sudden. And lucky enough for him, he's barely made his wisdom check.
I'll move around.
Roll me a wisdom save.
I can't make it.
Wisdom say it's gonna be.
No, I mean, I physically can't make it. That's rolling at 20. 16.
You come around the corner and you stop as you see this beast, this dragon, the size No, actually, this dragon is bigger than one of the ones that took the car. It's the biggest dragon you have ever seen. It's 3 times the size of the Cloud Chaser.
Yeah.
And it looks at you and you see this smirk on its face and you are terrified and you run as far as you can to where you think is the safest place to escape this thing.
I will hide behind Minos.
Well, you see Nervustier run to the portal.
I know the portal closes though.
Yeah, but you're feared.
That's also the closest place to me I can hide too.
Okay, well, that's where you're going.
That thing looks
But
so
I don't have
bad.
enough room to get back to the portal.
Luda.
I don't know what they're all seeing yet, so I gotta play a character.
But you can tell.
I will yell
Yeah.
dragon.
No, you're just
Yeah, you're
awestruck
terrified.
with fear.
Yeah, I think Harsnack right up there, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, and you kind of see him stop and like readjust himself.
Okay. Oh, man. I'll move there. I'm looking at Harsnag right now, so I don't know if I'd be seeing that. But
From
my,
where you're at, yeah, you can.
my intention would be to cast haste on
Roll
him.
me a wisdom save.
But I was going to ask you, does my shield go against this thing?
I don't know, read it.
Well, it says against dragons I'm immune to frightful presence.
Well, there you go.
But I didn't know if it was if she transformed into that or she's actually a dragon.
No, she's a dragon.
Okay.
She
Either way,
is
it'll be a dragon someday.
she is a dragon.
I see this and I just like, holy shit.
The princess says, "What is it?"
I'm going to say, Princess, stay back. And I'm going to cast
When you
haste.
say that, she hears this thing roar, and you see her like knees buckled. What? She's like, "Oh my god!"
I cast haste upon Harsnag, plus 2 armor class, and he gets an extra action.
Yep,
return.
lesser restoration.
I don't think so. But I will cast haste on the Harsnag, and I think that's all I can do right now, because I gave her my inlet until she needs it. And I draw my sword, and my
I was going to be
my
first
shield.
in hard on that. Literally, I do not have a way to get out.
Alright,
So it's into your turn.
yeah. I've got Harsnag amped up. Oh, I don't want to say it's
Vesper, you see all this commotion as Arusi is like, "Don't run in there," and then you look back over and you see this enormous blue dragon tower over Harshnag coming around the pillar. And it is the biggest dragon you have ever seen in your life. Bigger than the Cloud Chaser.
Bigger than Clo?
It's almost the size of Cloud. It's big.
I told Arbustia, there's nothing to be scared of. I have power to off.
I should have Bardic Inspiration.
As you step through that portal, roll me a wisdom save.
Jesus, this is not gonna be good.
Next level, I can add my charisma to all your stuff, but not now.
No,
What do you got?
it's an 8.
And just like when you stood before Cloth, you feel the presence of this dragon.
She said back in, "Ugh, I was wrong.
I was wrong.
And when you walk in Draconic, it tells you, follower of Cloth, run. And you do, right back through the portal.
Okay. We're not gonna make these wisdom saves.
No, we can't. We both have like a negative, don't we?
I have a 0.
I have a negative now.
The princess just stands there in fear. She goes on Harshnag's initiative. And as you cast a spell on Harshnag, he turns around and tells you, "Get the princess out of here." And he charges the dragon.
I want to cry. I know he's going to die if I leave him in there.
Wasn't there like a tunnel or something?
Harsnag's my favorite character. I can't
I'm
believe
trying.
that.
There was a tunnel here. Wasn't there a tunnel that goes out somewhere? We don't know where it went to.
She's too big.
Harshnag
I can grease her.
charges the thing.
I think it's another swing.
And it tries to move, and he just hacks at it, and he's kneeling, and the thing's just reeling back as he goes to town on it. He turns around and he screams, "Get the princess out of here!" It's turn. Harshnag rolls a 1. It steps back from him, and you see it. You see it held it blasting with a lightning bolt that travels your way. Roll me a dexterity save.
I have advantage on it. Yeah. Dexterity?
Yep.
Got a pretty good dex. The first one, 13. Second one is 9, so it's 13 plus 8, 21.
You made it for 44 damage.
Take half.
That is half of what it is.
Oh, it's half of it? Okay.
No. You still get that. That's almost like evasion.
Okay.
That's how it works.
So 22. That's still a lot.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
Yeah.
And the princess, she starts backpedaling. And she looks, she's never been anything. She sees Ord and she runs behind that column. Snurt runs into the portal. Because I know he can't even make his.
She's a sweet nut.
Robustia. She is terrified in there. And she's looking at it. You get another save to try to beat it.
She got 13.
Nope. All she's doing is she's holding on to you. She's like, it's going to kill them and then it's going to come in here. That's all she can say. That's just repeated. You better call Cloth. You better call Cloth. Cloth needs to save us. It's all she can tell you. Ord, you are terrified. Roll me another wisdom save.
12.
You run. You have to escape this thing to the safest place you can think of.
I was going to ask if I could grab her and thunderstep. I can take someone with me and it's 90 feet.
But do they get saved against it? Because she's scared. She's not going to know what you're doing.
Well, I have to tell her.
But you're
They
scared.
have to be willing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You think of fear.
Yeah.
Like, are you really like, you have to go with me, when you're trying to get
I
away?
can get us out of her. I can get us out of her. It'll take a minute, but I'll get us out of her. Yeah.
Roll me a persuasion. It's going to be hard.
17.
No. But your first instinct is to get yourself out of here. You can't thunderstep inside of it.
No, I ran into it.
Okay.
Don't move.
Boom. He's gone.
Wait, what are we going to do with this thing closing?
Uh,
There's a tunnel.
Luda. Harshnag turns around, he's yelling at you, go! Get out of here! And then him and this dragon are just tangled up.
Tell him to throw you the conch.
And there ain't nobody with the princess.
You don't know that, you're looking his way. You just heard boom, thunder from somewhere. You don't know where it comes
No,
from.
I just ran.
Oh, you just ran?
Yeah.
He's saying go, but Luda, God damn it, Bahamut's telling me not to go.
Is he?
Is he really?
Well,
Is he?
You do know, evil dragon.
I'm stuck between save the princess, evil dragon. I don't know where the princess is at.
This is
Get
gonna be
the conch.
Get the conch.
Shush.
20, 25, 30.
This is why Luda's not the leader.
I get up there.
Actually, you can go.
I get up there and hit it with all my
I
stuff.
should go like that.
But the thing is, I don't know where she. I want to do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna help Arsnag right now, and then I'll run away. I'm gonna move my speed, and then I'm going to bonus action.
Hey, no, that's what he does. That's Luda.
We're all gonna fucking
It's
die.
Luda. It's
Luda never makes smart decisions.
That's why she's not the leader.
That's right. Maybe this is why you should really establish one.
I don't want
It's me or
Arsnag
Ord, I
to
don't know
die
which
either.
one.
We'll take turns. When we're doing giants, it's maybe we're doing dragons.
Fuck.
Right.
You've got 10
I'm
seconds.
gonna look for the princess.
You just turn around and she's right there. She's behind this pillar and she's terrified.
God damn it. I'm gonna go to her. I'm gonna try to calm her down. What do I need to roll?
Persuasion. It's you're at the nearly impossible level.
I got an
She's
8.
terrified.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 in persuasion without even having any ranks to that. That is a 22.
Nope. That wouldn't even get you very hard.
Damn.
She's not calm.
Motherfucker. I cast Shield of Faith on her.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die. She's like saying prayers to the All-Father to protect her.
I cast Shield of Faith on her, +2 armor class. I turn around and I hold my shield up, so if this dragon comes over here, I'll protect her with my life.
All right.
So she's got, so both of them have +2 armor classes right now.
Vesper, roll the wisdom.
I can't get her out of here.
13.
You are so scared, despite Orvustier telling you to call Cloth to save you. You're like, I don't think Cloth can save us. I don't think Cloth can save us. You've just looked upon this thing and you're terrified. Harshnag. He's trying to fight this thing off, and he sees that you're not leaving.
I can't get her to call.
And you try to calm her down.
Yeah.
You didn't try to get her to go nowhere. He turns you. He says, "Get her out of here!" And he turns around and he takes his axe and he hits the statue of Anam. And when he does, thunder just starts going off like crazy, and this whole place shakes. He says, "Go!" and he hits it again. And as he does, it's the dragon's turn. It just comes up and just jumps on his back and starts clawing at him and biting him on the shoulder.
I gotta get her out of here. Fuck.
How are we getting out of here with this?
Ooh, critical on Harshnag.
This is where we die.
Oh, I actually rolled a 2 and missed him.
Bunch of attacks.
Ancient Dragon has like what, 5, 6 attacks?
It does. It'll kill me.
Bite, 2 claws.
I think I have damage. No damage.
Orvustier, wisdom.
But I still don't think I can stay alive long. That's only one round.
Nope. She's scared.
Orin, wisdom. Nope. You guys are just backing up as far as
I
you can.
cannot
in
make
this.
it with the natural 20.
You guys are backing up as far as possible from this thing. Luda. You're trying to talk to her and she's not having it. She's like, "We're gonna die. We're gonna die." She's like, "That thing is gonna kill us." She's like, "No," and then you hear it and it dawns upon her. No wonder Anon won't let me sit atop the oracle. She's like, "I've let the enemy in my home." And you can tell that she realizes that they will never restore the organ. And you can tell that now she is truly terrified.
I'll say there's always a way, and I grab her hand and I say, "Follow me if you want to live." I want to try to pull her that way.
Roll me a persuasion.
We're all going to fucking die.
That is a 25.
Very hard is what you need. It's a DC 25. You take her and you try to pull, and she's just watching this thing like tearing a Harshnag, and he's doing his best to hold himself up. And you take her, and she finally looks. Where are you going?
Towards the portal area where we came from.
You pull her into the portal. Put yourself in the portal.
I look back as right when we're going in there, and I look back to Harshnag knowing this is probably the last time I'm ever going to see my friend.
Okay, as you do go in there, this on initiative count 0, part of the roof starts to cave in. Harshnag's save.
I'm going to die.
It doesn't matter what he's scared of.
I think if I could have helped him, but I had to get her out of here.
It was 2 against an ancient dragon.
I got a bunch of stuff on my shelf.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff from Blade 1,000 Cuts too.
Oh, me too.
Parts of the building start to fall around this place, and you're just seeing it start to pile up in front of the door. Vesper, roll me a wisdom save.
I did a greater good.
What do I gotta get?
I'm not telling you.
Because I have a 0 wisdom. I don't think if I roll 20, I'm gonna get it.
I have a -1.
I got a 16.
Nope. All you could think about is that thing is more powerful than Cloth. Like you were terrified of it. That's all you could think about. It's Harshnag's turn. The dragon, he's on his knees, and Emrith swipes him with his tail, and she starts marching towards the portal.
You mean Harshnag's on his knees?
Yeah, and she swipes him with his tail. And she starts coming towards the portal, and you guys can see her coming. Wow. Harshnag grabs her by the tail and does his best to stop her as the walls start coming around on them. And she starts screaming and roaring.
I want the princess! Come on, guys! Let's get the princess!
She takes her tail and she slams him into the statue of Anam, and it starts to crumble. You see Harshnag, and he falls to his side, and it's all he can to try to pick himself up. And she starts marching towards the tunnel.
Yeah.
Towards a portal.
Yeah. I did it before.
She's got a 40-foot movement.
Oh, shit.
I've already moved like 80.
Okay, so she's probably about there. Or Bustier.
We're in the portal?
Yeah, you're in the portal, and she's marching. She can see inside of it.
19.
No. No.
That was with an 18 on
And now you're definitely scared because here she comes. And she can see inside, and she can see everybody's terrified. And she's got this smile on her face. Ford, listen to me.
Natural 20.
Did you really?
Yes.
I'll be damned. 20's what you need.
Can I use up a spell out of the Varus book as a scroll?
It's your turn. Sure.
I have teleportation circle in his book.
That's like a 10-minute spell, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, you're right.
Yeah, that's not teleport.
I was thinking of
teleportation
teleport.
circle.
Right. No.
What are you doing?
Well, let's get try.
All the questions have been asked. Is the door starting to close?
Slowly, yeah. I've been counting down the rounds. It takes 5 rounds. You're on round 4.
If I would have known that was going to happen, I would have been better prepared.
What are you doing?
I'm checking to see the casting time of fabricate, so I can put a wall up in front of the portal.
All right. Luda, it's your turn.
So the door is shutting in.
It's starting to close and the building's starting to fall around. I mean, it's hitting Emrith as she's marching towards you guys.
Where's the door at?
It's right in front of you.
Nope, that's a no.
Andrew.
I get my shield and I stand in the doorway. Well, not in the doorway, or smash me right on the other side of it. And if it comes in and hits somebody, it's hitting me.
All
And
right.
I tell everybody to keep the princess safe.
Bro, when you do this, because you're the only one right now in your right mind, Ord's starting to come to, roll me perception side.
Yeah. Oh, shitty. 7.
Okay.
That's real low when I need it.
It's not much to see it, because as she's marching forward, you see her step on the sword that opened this portal. And as you do, you look around her and you see Harshnag, and he's breathing heavily, and he's doing all he can to crawl towards you. And the whole building collapses.